There was a full unredacted release. We're talking 80,000 plus pages of documentation on the JFK files. The other thing that came out with these JFK files, JFK assassination files show conspiracy theory pushed by Trump is true. And what they're talking about is what we always talk about. It's the fucking deep state.
Who thinks the deep state is conspiracy?
Oh, I mean, everybody.
We have state-run media.
Yeah.
Okay, this is no different than China or anywhere else. Our media is state-run. Mm-hmm. They are greatly supplemented financially by your tax dollars to say propaganda. Propaganda was made legal technically under Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. Okay, so since Barack Obama was in office, everything has switched from news that had to be backed by fact to storylines that don't have to be backed by fact.
Yep.
And so when you watch the news, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News as well, you have to realize that they all receive millions upon millions, tens of millions of dollars over the course of a year, every year, to say certain things.
Yeah.
And people still aren't aware of that. Now, if no deep state exists, then who is authorizing the promotion of propaganda and who's paying for it? What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ
Cruise the internet.
And that's what we're going to do. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Oh, not much.
Yeah?
Just got done lifting. Trying to get just get more yoked.
Yeah.
And more handsome.
You know, it's like, how much more yoke can you get?
I'm going for all the yokeness.
More.
Yeah, that's right. That's like that scene in Money Never Sleeps. Money Never Sleeps. Yeah, you have. You never seen Wall Street 2?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, Wolf of Wall Street? I've seen that.
No. Wall Street 2, Money Never Sleeps.
Nope.
Josh Brolin and Shia LaBeouf, whatever his name is. And he walks in and he says, "What's your number?" And he goes, "More." I thought it was a great line.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Well, you should watch it. It's a good movie.
All right.
It's not as good as the original Wall Street.
Well, I mean, listen, Andy, I'm actually kind of questioning your movie recommendations at this point.
Well, that's because you're...
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Guys, pay.
You know how I know you are?
No, Andy. No. Well,
just admit that you are, and I want to tell the story.
I don't think that makes me...
Let's let the listeners decide. Now, I'll keep that one in my back pocket.
I mean, you know, I thought it was a great decision.
I keep it.
All right. Well, pay the fee, guys.
It's a great movie, though.
Yeah. It was a great deal.
You got toasted on the internet for saying it sucked.
See, I think
there was like 4 people that were like, "Oh yeah, it was bad," and I went to their profile and they're like dressed up as cats and shit. Like, you got all the weird motherfuckers siding with you.
Yeah.
I went to the profile and like looked at the people side with me, and they all looked like handsome and rich. Dudes had big old schlongs.
A lot of privilege.
Yeah, that's right. Very privileged.
Yeah,
that's
very privileged.
Yep. Blessed.
I like Tom Cruise as an actor.
Yeah.
Top Gun, fucking A Few Good Men.
The movie's good. You're just used to watching these CGI, like, oh, what do you like? I like Bridgerton.
Okay. All right.
What do you do in your spare time? I buy timeshares.
You said you were keeping it in the back pocket.
Oh, I didn't tell the whole story, so you could thank me about that later. Anyway, don't forget, we don't run ads on the show. We need you to help us grow the show, all right? So don't be a hoe.
Share the show.
All right. So what's going on? For real. Let's start over. What?
It's fucked up, man.
I know.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. You know what's even more fucked up? Let's start the show.
Buying a timeshare. All right, man. Well, got a lot to cover today.
Dude.
There's a lot out there.
There is a lot going on, man.
I got some new theories.
Dude, I do too.
You got some? Okay, that's good. Good. We're going to bounce these off, man. And
I got some. Did you see the thing about the pyramids?
No, I didn't see that. You just brought that up to me before.
Bro, you didn't see that, though, before that?
No. But, I mean, it kind of goes.
So listen, they scan. So Egypt will not allow people to explore the pyramids. They don't allow it. So these guys, this group, decided to run a scan from outer space with satellites to scan below the surface of the pyramids.
Okay.
And the pyramids, according to them, and I looked at the scans and so did Joe, we were talking about it, are not tombs like they say they are at all. And all three pyramids have the exact same structure on the inside. Okay. But below the pyramids, they all have 6 or 8 cylindrical tubes with little staircases that swirl around all the way down, that go down 1.6 miles into the ground into a cube that is 250 foot per side. So 250 high, 250 wide.
Like
now imagine how big that is. That's nearly half of the height of the arch here in St. Louis.
It's massive.
Okay. And for years and years and years, we're told they're tombs and they're this and they're that. And Egypt won't let us explore them because, it's the claim to the powerful and the creativity of the Egyptians.
You're right.
But when you look at this, there is no we all thought like, hey man, how'd they build the pyramids? Like we didn't even know because the blocks are so huge and so heavy. How did they do it? And there's all these theories, they rolled them on logs. They flooded the desert. They did all this shit. Bro, no way. No way. There's no way that a human being built the pyramids. There's no way. After seeing what they're showing, there's no way.
Do you think so? Not humans? So you're saying like...
I don't know. I mean, look, man, I don't know. But I know this. We couldn't build them now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So...
Dude, I saw the pyramids is a weird combo. Like I saw this one thing they were talking about, like, because they try to say like the pyramids are so old and all of that, but like the material that they're made out of didn't exist until after a theoretical great flood would have happened to actually create the limestone that they used to fucking build it with.
Well, dude, they found the fucking hull of Noah's Ark.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
it's like in Romania, bro. Dude, it goes back to what I said. It goes back to the two biggest lies that we have been told as humans in the history of our existence by the tyrants that we love so much on this show. They all lie to us, and I believe they have lied to us about two major things. One, what humans are actually capable of with their mind, meaning metaphysical, quantum physical ability to create reality with your brain. I believe that is 100% true because I've experienced it over and over and over. And two, I believe they have worked very, very hard to cover any evidence of God or Jesus or any of that. And they want us to feel like it's like some metaphoric, bullshit.
Right.
When in reality, we're starting to find actual archaeological evidence, and anthropologists are starting to find evidence of this being real.
Oh, he was real. Yeah, 100%, bro.
But dude, no, I don't mean like, okay, like a lot of people will argue Jesus was real. Most people, right? But they will say things like, well, Noah's Ark that was just a story and this and that.
Right.
Well, they're starting to find evidence of all these stories.
100%.
So
every city in the Bible, they find it. Like, I mean, it's all there. It's all, and like, dude, I look at it like there's way more evidence right now that says that he was alive, lived.
And that a lot of the information that's in there is factual, not metaphorical story.
It's not just fucking, you know, talk. Like,
Right.
it's real stuff, which, I mean, think of just the implications on mankind that has. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
well, it takes the power away from them. Which, why would they not want us to know that? They would only want us to not know that to give them more power over us.
100%, man. It's wild stuff. You said you got to send me that link so I can see that shit on the pyramids. But, you know, I mean, it actually kind of does go right perfectly. I was going to bring this up before we got to our headlines. The fucking astronauts came back from a night. How long? What's the longest you ever stayed in the pool of water?
In a pool of water? I mean, you know, honestly, dude, pretty long time. Yeah, right. Like, if I'm in the pool drinking, that's a pretty long time.
9 hours.
I mean, I get out to pee, but, you know, that's it.
Oh.
You don't get out to pee?
Fuck no, bro. Fuck no.
Don't invite DJ to your pool party.
No, bro, why?
Because it's a fucking pool, and that's gross.
It cleans itself, bro. It has chlorine and all of that shit. It cleans itself.
All right, man. No more pool for DJ. All right, so anyway.
I peed in your pool before.
I bet. Dude, listen. That's gross.
Well, what is warm, bro? Like, it's no way to like.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Talking about my timeshare, I'm gonna pee in your pool.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
No.
Yeah. So,
no, astronauts in space.
yeah, I mean,
They
dude, here's what I thought was weird about this. Look, I question everything, man. And if something isn't right, I notice it. Okay. And when they showed those people in space, their hair was gray and it was all grayed out. When they got out of the little cell yesterday, that woman's hair that was gray in all the videos is now black. And right before they pulled her out of the little pod, the people were saying, well, you know, when someone's in space for a very long time, it could change the way that they look and it could change the way that their faces look. And it's just like,
why are you telling me?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on, but it feels real weird. And it feels really weird, especially that woman who, I don't know, how old is she?
I mean, she's old, bro. Let me see what the article says.
She's got to be 60, she's 59.
59 years old.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Let me see.
Which one is?
She's Williams.
Suni
So
Williams.
she's
59. Okay, I said 60. Her hair in the fucking, look, okay? Then when they pull her out of the tube, she had black hair. So what'd she do? Dye her hair before she got pulled out of the fucking, while she's in the space tube?
Get ready for camp, yeah. I mean, dude, it is Hollywood, bro. They got to make sure you look good at all times, bro. Listen, it's weird to me. There's a lot of stuff that don't add up. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I just thought it was weird, dude.
It's weird.
You know, I don't know, dude. I don't believe anything these people say.
I mean, even those suits, like, bro, that doesn't look like something that would, like, what happened to the big fucking, you know, space suit
technology
things?
does evolve.
Does it?
Yeah. You would think
space doesn't. I mean, I don't know. Outer space is still outer space, bro. The whole thing is weird to me. The whole thing. She does not look the same. Like, not even remotely the same. Like this. I mean, this is her and him before, and then she does not look the same.
I don't know
at all.
It feels weird.
It does. It does, man. It does. I want to know the truth. Just tell me the truth. What's really out there? Like, did you see that shit? Like, apparently there was the United States Air Force in like coordination with the U.S. Space Force, like sent this mysterious, ship that was up there for like a little bit over a year or something. That just landed a couple of weeks ago, like a week ago or something like that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, like nobody, like, was people on there? Like, where do they go do? Like, I mean, dude, it's weird, man.
Who knows?
It's weird to me, man. I don't know, guys. You tell us down in the comments. Is that a stunt double? That's kind of my like.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Why would we send 60-year-old people into space for a year?
At all?
Oh, I'm just saying. At all. Why would we do that?
What's the point?
That just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. That lady looks like she's 159.
Bro, you know what it reminded me of? Have you ever seen Interstellar?
Yeah.
It's a good movie, but
you guys all like that movie. I think that movie's ridiculous.
No, I think it's great.
Why?
It's great. Well, I mean, bro, like,
what's great about it?
The cinematography of it. It's a really good movie.
You do understand that cameras were different in 1985, right? Yeah. Like when you said, "Oh, I don't like Days of Thunder," the cinematography was bad. Well, no shit. They're shooting it on a fucking camera that's 40 years old.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but there's a scene in Interstellar where like they go down to this planet and like every minute that they spend on the planet
when they're in the ocean.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's like 15 years or whatever. They get back and the black dude's all shriveled up. Like that's what she looks like. It's like they left her on the ship for.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. Tell us in the comments what you guys think. I think it's bullshit though. I do. Personally.
Who knows?
But yeah, let's get into some of our topics today, guys. We got a lot of stuff to cover. Remember, if you want to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can also come check us out on YouTube. We have a nice little screen here set up, and you guys can follow along the show and see what we see. So, not a bad view.
Yeah, look, man, I just have a hard time believing anything at this point. Like, I feel like we live in a culture and society where it is universally accepted by all the people who run the governments that everybody else on earth is stupid and doesn't need to know the truth. And I believe there's there's a culture up here and there's a culture down here at the bottom that we're a part of. And these people don't feel like they need to tell us anything or anything.
We can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
And they tell us.
And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to the point where, I don't think they're ever going to tell us. I don't think they're going to tell us anything. I don't think the disclosures that were promised to us by Trump and the team are ever going to happen. I don't think we're ever going to know what it is we were promised that we would know. Mm-hmm. We will be given bits and pieces, and business will continue to go on as usual. Now I said, and I stick to this, 90 days. All right. And we are not fully to 90 days yet, but that's the direction that I'm seeing.
So I've had like an enlightenment, and this goes right into our first headline is what we're going to talk about. Obviously, there was a full unredacted release. We're talking 80,000 plus pages of documentation on the JFK files was just released. And I've been doing some digging on this because, here's the truth. Like, there's not a lot out there. Not a lot of people offering like what it is. Some news agencies aren't even covering it. I have a very interesting theory.
Well, dude, first of all, it's 80,000 pages. Second of all, let's be real clear. Gronk analyzed the document.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm also doing that too on the back end, just so everybody knows.
And at the end of the document, at the end of the analyzation, after all the bullet points, it said, tell me one word, who was responsible for the assassination? And it said Israel. Mm-hmm. Okay. And whether that's true or not true, that's not the point. Mm-hmm. But the point is that I'm making is that none of the quote unquote conservative influencers will talk about that because they're afraid to talk about it. Mm-hmm. All right.
We'll talk about it.
I know we will. But my point is that there's very few people out there. We live in this polarity on the argument. Okay. Mm-hmm. We have conservative people who will not acknowledge anything negative about Israel. Okay. They won't say anything that criticizes Israel at all, no matter what. All right. And these are most of the people, like all the people that got the
binder. The
now, how stupid do they look now?
Like
how stupid do they look?
Yeah.
Oh, we came out with the binder and we got the files before you. No, you didn't.
You didn't get shit.
You were just used. And now you guys have lost all your credibility because it shows that you're just the little seals that clap at every thing. So that happens, and those people will not they will not criticize Israel, no matter what. All right, which isn't right. Nobody's above criticism. All right, it doesn't matter if you're Trump. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And then we have the other side of the equation, which is like, it's the Jews. And they just scream that shit over and over again. And because of these two polar opposite arguments, we can never dig into what the truth actually is. Mm-hmm. And the truth, can't be talked about by these guys. And the truth can't be trusted by these other guys because they blame everybody. Mm-hmm. So what's the truth? This is why we are not having any of the real shit sort of deciphered the right way, in my opinion.
100%. Now, like I said, I've been digging into this. I'm doing that same, I've did my own work, but I'm conducting that same kind of experiment with Grok to see. I tried it with ChatGPT. You'll be interested to see what that response was. They literally, I had to decipher all the documents. It took some hours, and I'm like, all right, now list out the major countries that were involved, right? And it was like, United States CIA, SSR, Soviet Union, Russia, put in quotations, Mexico, Cuba, England, right? And then the last one it listed was Israel, but it put in parentheses, although there's no direct relationship, saying that Israel is directly involved or, assassinated. Like, why would you say that for that one? But like, you didn't want to say it for anybody else.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I got Grok doing the same thing. We'll process that. That'll probably be on Monday's release. We'll check on that. But I do have a different opinion. I was agreeing with you in the part that we probably won't get anything. I think I have a new light on this now. And on how this is going to go down. It's just a DJ theory. I don't know. But yeah, let's dive into the JFK file. So this is Maureen Callahan. She's I got to give her credit. She's awesome. We've covered a lot of her work before. She's an investigative journalist. She dives into these things, and she's been pretty spot on the last couple of years. And she's from the Daily Mail. She wrote this article here. The hidden bombshell in the JFK files that changes everything. Maureen Callahan decodes the document dump and exposes a cover-up to shock the world. She starts off saying the JFK files apparently say nothing, and that says everything. No mystery in American history compares to what really happened in Dallas on November 22nd, 1963, the day President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. The release of 80,000 unredacted documents on Tuesday evening, ostensibly every remaining piece of paper relating to the investigation, though that now seems doubtful, promised to give the world the unfiltered true story. And of course, President Trump, he put an executive order in to release this. It was part of his campaign pledge. But she continues saying, quote, "Instead, we got the mother of all document dumps, uncategorized, unprioritized, countless pages of unreadable with fading type, many containing interviews with people who seem at best tangential to the only question at hand. Did the CIA, the FBI, or the mafia have anything to do with it? The ghost of J. Edgar Hoover, the cross-dressing FBI director who despised JFK, laughs." And she kind of dives into this whole thing, right? Now, here's my theory and how this correlates to Trump and even the Epstein files. Now, and you tell me what you think, all right? But I think we all can agree Trump's very strategic, okay? And I think any moves that have to come, they have to come from the will of the people, right? We say something that's bad. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, listen, the people want it, right? It's a natural leader mentality, right? How I look at this whole thing, because here's my understanding of the JFK assassination. Lyndon B. Johnson was corrupted before he was vice president. What we call now is AIPAC, right, which has been talked about. I know Senator Massey's talked about it. Everybody has an AIPAC guy, right? Well, before it was called AIPAC, it was like the American Zionist Movement or something like that. And they had LBJ in their pocket, okay? This was before he was VP. And he gets VP. All right, cool. Everybody's happy. Now, JFK wanted them to have to register with FARA, the foreign agent, as a foreign agent, right? Which would prevent them from lobbying our politicians and all of that. They were not with it. They changed their name shortly after the assassination. But Israel wanted nuclear weapons. They asked JFK to sign off and help, kind of support their movement. JFK said no, right? And that's, from my understanding, how I look at this, is that Israel then got Mossad involved and like, hey, we need some. They didn't have dirt on JFK. They had nothing to really like bend his arm. So they got Mossad involved. Say, hey, we need to get this guy to go with us, right? Mossad then, in coordination with our CIA, hashed this plan. It's like, look, we got LBJ in our pocket. We can use this guy to like he'll force it, right? Well, how do we get JFK out the way? There was no plausible plan that really resulted in this, other than the assassination and literally getting him out the way. They thought about impeachments and all these different things. Nothing really concluded and gave them a solid way to move, other than getting him physically, literally out the way. And they hashed this plan. Lee Harvey Oswald was a former U.S. Marine. He had contacts with the USSR. The USSR told JFK that, hey, there might be some weird shit going on. And I don't know if you guys know this. So this was in a document dump. This isn't new. But the assistant to JFK was in the room with JFK that morning. They were in the hotel together. It was him, the assistant, and Jackie. And JFK said, quote, apparently something to the effect that, it wouldn't be that hard to kill a sitting president. It just takes a shot from a sniper while I'm driving in the motorcade. He said that morning, before they even did the parade route, right? Like crazy shit. And that was a testimony of the assistant. They hashed this plan. Lee Harvey Oswald told, his USSR contacts, they told him, he was well aware that something was happening, just didn't know what. And knew that LBJ was somehow involved in the situation. They go through the assassination, even things like changing the parade route, the driver slowing down. It is confirmed that there was actually 2 shooters. The audio analysis verifies
2
that.
2 shooters, 4 shots.
4 shots.
The Jack Ruby and Lee Harvey Oswald met 2 or 3 weeks before the assassination in Dallas. And also, Jack Ruby, I believe his name is Rubenstein.
Rubenstein.
Okay. told a friend that he had to kill Lee Harvey Oswald under the threat of his entire family being killed.
Right.
So he said he had to do it. Otherwise, his family was going to be killed.
100%. 100%. So they go through with the assassination. 30 minutes after that, the first or the second shot.
The driver slowed down. They threatened him. He slowed down. And do you know what happened to the car right afterwards? They flew the car straight back to Washington, D.C., put it in the garage, and you know what they did? They stripped the interior out and took all the crime scene.
All the evidence was gone.
Away immediately.
Well, 30 minutes after the fatal shot, LBJ was sworn in.
Right.
Shortly after that, AIPAC changed their name to AIPAC now. The armament deals went through with Israel. I mean,
there's another thing I read too. Is that the firearm used in the assassination was purchased from a sporting goods store in Nebraska, or maybe it was Chicago. In Chicago, that was owned by the guy who was the CIA's in-country arms dealer. Okay, so the guy who's selling the CIA black market arms to ship across the country owns a retail establishment in Chicago, and that is where the rifle came from.
Right, 100%. 100%. Right, and so you have all that happened, and we all know what happened shortly after that, but it's just like, I'm sorry, like there's some direct, like the mafia that's, talked about, like the guy that shot him was also attached to the Jewish mafia that, kind of had a run down in Dallas. Like all of that stuff's there, right? But we can't, why can't we just, okay, well, like, hey, I think this warrants some investigation. I mean, there's clearly some political, diplomatic issues that would arise after this if any country's involved in an assassination attempt on a sitting U.S. president, you would think, right? Now, here's where my hypothesis comes in of how Trump's looking at this on the grand scheme of things, right? What's more palatable to say if you're trying to get the American people to wake up and realize who, potentially a real danger and threat to the United States is? What's more palatable to say that, a country is implicated in killing a sitting U.S. president, or a country is implicated in a massive blackmail pedophile ring globally? What's more palatable to start with? 100%.
Yeah, so you're saying what you're getting to is you think he's stepping into
I think it's a fucking step.
It's an escalation.
He has to, right? Because it's going to be more palatable. Okay, cool. Now we need to look at this country that's potentially involved. And, okay, that's at least going to open the public's eyes to allowing them to.
That you could be right.
And then drop this fucking,
You could be right. Look, none of what we're saying here, what I'm saying or what you're saying, is saying that we know.
Yeah.
But because we're not given the real data. So all we have to go on is speculation and break it down. I was thinking about this, and I think that's a good point. I don't know if that's right or not.
Yeah. 100%. And so I think that's the reason behind, like how I look at it, man. He's very strategic. There's a reason for everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, why would we put this out? I mean, like, yeah, it does implicate that country. We need to talk about it, but that at least starts a conversation that's more palatable. So like, if you didn't have the touch of the people, right? You didn't have the temperature, you'd have to figure out how to do it to where it's palatable.
It's possible, dude.
That's just how I look at it. I don't know.
It's possible, but I don't, that's not how I would do it.
Yeah.
I would let it rip. I'd be like, you guys have been lied to. Here's the deal. This is what it is. And I'd let him, it'd be like pulling off a Band-Aid.
Just do it. Yeah. I don't disagree with that piece. But another interesting thing about all of this, bro, is, again, it's like how mainstream media attaches, or kind of tries to handle the narrative. Most places don't touch it. But the ones that do, what they're interested in is completely irrelevant shit. Like, oh, social security numbers and other private information unmasked in JFK files. Like, that's what they're worried about. They're worried about people who are already fucking dead.
Oh, and by the way, did you see that in the JFK files, did you see that he called a certain government official a traitor?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who that was?
Joe Biden.
That's right.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. I saw that. I mean,
now what have we been saying about Joe Biden?
He's a fucking traitor. I think I would have liked JFK. And to be clear, I think that was his brother that said that.
Robert.
Yeah, that was Robert who called Joe Biden a traitor.
Well, it was in the files.
But it was all in the files. Yeah, 100%. The other thing too, I mean, this article also comes out from Daily
I think
Mail.
it's very clear that he was a traitor. He took unknowns amounts of money from foreign influence to make decisions that weakened America.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a decision he made over the last 4 years that didn't make our country worse.
No, and then everybody that was in on it, he fucking gave preemptive pardons.
Not only that, what they play it off as, oh, he's just a senile old man.
Right. Wasn't that fucking senile?
No,
not at all. But this other thing the other thing that came out with these JFK files is that, this headline reads, JFK assassination files show conspiracy theory pushed by Trump is true, journalist says. And what they're talking about is what we always talk about. It's the fucking deep state. It's absolutely true. Some people actually call the CIA as a state within the state.
Who thinks the deep state is conspiracy?
Oh, I mean, everybody. CNN, I mean, all mainstream media.
They don't think that. They just say
they have to say that. I don't think anybody truly believes it's not a real thing.
We have state-run media.
Yeah.
Okay, this is no different than China or anywhere else. Our media is state-run.
Mm-hmm.
They are greatly supplemented financially by your tax dollars to say propaganda. Propaganda was made legal technically under Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since Barack Obama was in office, everything has switched from news that had to be backed by fact to storylines that don't have to be backed by fact.
Yep.
And so when you watch the news, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News as well, you have to realize that they all receive millions upon millions, tens of millions of dollars over the course of a year, every year, to say certain things.
Yeah.
And people still aren't aware of that. Now, if no deep state exists, then who is authorizing the promotion of propaganda and who's paying for it?
Mm-hmm. The other thing too that came out with all of this, there was an FBI agent that basically was watching all of this shit play out and go down and saw it. He tried to whistleblow, and 2 days later he
got shot 6 times and they ruled it a suicide.
Ruled it a suicide.
Yeah.
Bro. Ruled it a suicide.
I'll tell you what, if I ever commit suicide, I'm pretty sure it didn't take me 6 shots. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
Well, listen, it's not going to take long for the people. Look, there's a lot of really smart, analytical people out here. I'd say you give it a couple more days. I'll bet you by Tuesday when we air the show.
Next episode, yeah.
Yeah, the next episode we record for CTI, when it comes out on Tuesday, I bet we'll have a pretty solid framework of what actually happened.
I would agree. Now, other things I want to bring up here real quick, outside of the JFK files, not sure if you saw this, talking about a state within the state. Natalie Winters obliterates vile Russiagate hoaxer Christopher Steele in an epic tour de force. Have you seen this?
I don't think so.
So Christopher Steele he went on Piers Morgan and tried to do this little panel interview thing. And she's a War Room co-host correspondent, Natalie Winters. She fucking obliterated this guy on national TV.
Let's see it.
And it was fucking great. Let's check this clip out.
Well, I know Christopher Steele probably wanted to go down in history as someone that colluded with the Clinton campaign to take down President Donald J. Trump, but I really think that you represent probably the ultimate grifter in the American political space. For you to even come on here, obviously you're trying to sabotage what President Trump is doing when it comes to Russia and Ukraine, but to sit here, nearly a decade after you tried to smear President Trump as a Russian asset, to then say, well, I think he's a Russian asset, but even though I'm really good at my job and create all these intelligence reports, it's just sort of a feeling that I have. I'm sorry, what stones do you even have left to turn over to try to corroborate your claim that President Trump is a Russian asset? You weaponized FISA courts, surveillance, warrants, not just domestic spy agencies, international spy agencies too, the entire DNC apparatus, a bunch of political operatives and registered foreign agents here in the United States. The American people would really appreciate it if you would stop injecting your efforts to curtail and totally tank tank the America First movement by smearing anyone who doesn't want to get involved in forever wars or continue the needless and ceaseless dying of in Ukraine and in Russia, just so you can sit there from your nice perch and just continue to defend the globalist world order by continuing to fan the flames of conflict in Russia and Ukraine. And you know what? The same people that you ally yourself with here in the United States, you think you're so good at gathering intelligence. Last time I checked, it was the 51 intel agency officers, spies, who said that the Hunter Biden hard drive, which I've reported on firsthand, it's legitimate. You want to talk about president's sons who are involved in businesses with foreign countries? Well, I'd like to introduce you to Hunter Biden, right? When those 51 people that I'm sure that you know all too well, you were probably likely involved with the drafting of that letter, said that that was Russian disinformation. Well, it turned out that that was true, and shame on you for the last decade trying to inject the idea that smearing President Trump as a Russian agent or a Russian asset is somehow going to tank the MAGA movement. It's about putting America first, and the fact that you can still sit here and you have no actual evidence beside one random Russian meeting and, oh, we need to just continue to get more evidence. You're a complete political hack and grifter, and I wish the American political scene didn't have your voice in it.
All right, well, Christopher Steele, you're about to leave us because you're only here for this part of the panel, but your response finally to that.
My response is that I'm a professional intelligence officer and an expert on that part of the world. I'm not a politician.
Was the Hunter Biden hard drive Russian disinformation then, if you're such an expert?
Let him finish. Let him finish.
So I've been a loyal and close ally of the United States for probably most of the last 40 years. I've worked extremely closely with officials working for administrations, both Republican and Democrat. I have a very strong US client base for which I've worked and produced information over many years, none of whom have ever made any such allegation against me. And it's palpable nonsense to claim that I'm in hoc with politicians.
I'm so glad the Clinton campaign didn't say that about you.
Well, I never worked for the Clinton campaign. I never had any contact with the Clinton campaign. That's the reality of it.
You're a subcontractor.
I think Fusion GPS would beg to differ.
I produced a report for a partner firm in Washington, and the results of that report made me as an ally of the United States, as I would have expected an American counterpart to do, to report back in what I had found to the contacts I had in the FBI at the time.
Okay.
That was the right do, and I'm proud that I did.
All right,
we're going to leave it there. Look, I think everyone's had their say about Christopher Steele.
I love his expert opinion.
Let's leave it there. I want to move on to other subjects. Christopher Steele, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Did you see his fucking smug face?
Well, I mean, it's been proven, Tom. We've covered all of this on the show. You know what I'm saying? That he leaked it. He was a subcontractor for the Hillary Clinton campaign and fucking tasked with finding evidence, and he just gave him back bullshit that they used to go off of it. A court in UK found that he was fucking lying about all of it. I forgot about this story, that the FBI offered him $1 million to prove that the dossier claims were real.
He couldn't
fucking prove it.
Yeah.
He never got the $1 million.
Well, did you notice his response had nothing to do with answering her question at all? It was all a deflection of what I had done in the past and the relationships I have and how connected I am and how much intel I can get. And he says, oh, well, nobody makes these accusations against me. Yeah, because if you're that connected and you get that much intel and you're able to make up intel that implicates a United States president and ruins this country for 8 fucking years straight, I'm pretty sure you could make up intel about anybody. Okay, so you want to know why nobody calls out Christopher Steele of the people that he has worked with? It's because they're fucking afraid of him.
Or they're just so happy with the job he's done, right? Yeah, man, it's crazy. But more information. We'll stay tuned on this situation with the JFK files, and we'll see if that theory comes true, man. Guys, let us know down in the comments what you guys think about all of this. With that being said, let's go cruise some of these comments. We missed the one last week, or we missed the cruise the comment section with Dan. I had some
we got a little long-winded.
I had some good ones for Dan.
You did?
Yeah, I had some, but it's all right. We'll keep it moving. Cruise the comments, guys. Let's check some of these out. This first one comes from Amazing Blue Guy 8074. I think he spelled amazing wrong. He says, Andy screamed, "I'm not a flat earther so fast." To which somebody said, exactly something a closet flat earther would do.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, all right.
That's not true. Am I a flat earther? No. We actually have this conversation often in the room here between the fellas. And, we have some flat earth tendencies here in the room. I'm not going to say who they are. We have some guys that believe in the firmament.
Yeah.
We have some guys that believe the other guys are crazy.
Yeah.
So we have healthy discussion about this topic. But I can tell you this, I am not a flat earther.
Unequivocally. All right. Well, there you go.
But that's pretty funny.
This next one is from at Anthony Alejandre T4K. He says, every Sunday as a kid, I'd watch old school movies with my dad, so no wonder DJ hasn't seen any good ones.
You know what? That's what happened, bro. He went out and tried to rent Days of Thunder and never came back.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah. He liked it so much, he never came home. He's driving away from your house getting milk. He's like, I'm cold trickle, bitch.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting theory.
Yeah, I think it's a solid theory. That's about as solid as flat Earth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it would make sense. It would make sense. But, in counter
Bro, our fucking fans are so savage, bro.
in counter to that, at Headbanger Shine 931 says, I'm a white boy, and I didn't think Days of Thunder was all that. I'm with you, DJ.
Okay, where'd you find the fucking 3 comments that said that? Just so you know, I don't read the comments on most clips, but I was very careful to read the comments on that clip. And I noticed that all of the people that said things like, oh, Days of Thunder sucked, they were brand new accounts that had like, it was like 8724 DJ.
Yeah, right.
It's interesting.
A state within the state, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Know. You never know. Guys, we appreciate you for being real ass fans, guys. Keep liking, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification on the YouTube to stay up to date with the latest episodes dropping from Real AF. With that being said, cruise keeps cruising.
Let's cruise it.
Headline number 2.
This is my favorite clip.
Your favorite graphic?
My favorite graphic.
Yeah.
Us visiting Zishan 7-Eleven. You could almost see him in there.
I think Badot did put him in there, didn't he?
Oh
no, he's not in
there. They sell First Form in there. First Form in 7-Eleven. See that?
Oh yeah.
Pumpkin spice available now. Available. What's it say? On Earth. What's that say? Pumpkin spice available on Earth. Oh, so you don't have it.
You don't have it. They don't get their hose up there.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep it moving. Let's talk about some deportation stuff. Little updates on that. This is interesting. So you remember all the shit France was just talking, right? Taking the Statue of Liberty back and all of that good stuff. Well, we just denied entry to one of their scientists. And because officers found hateful text messages criticizing Trump during search of his phone. Now, we got to dive into this a little bit. I don't know why they went through his phone. I don't think that's a typical, TSA clearance, customs clearance type thing. But let's check this out. So you got a French scientist was denied entry to the U.S. after immigration officials discovered hateful text messages criticizing Donald Trump on his phone. The space researcher, who has not yet been named, was subject to a random airport search on his way to a conference in Houston, Texas. Officers found text messages which conveyed a hatred towards Trump and could be considered to be terrorism, according to AFP, while another source suggested they felt the messages were, quote, hateful and conspiracy. So that's interesting. Philippe Baptiste, he's the France's Minister of Higher Education and Research, condemned the U.S. authorities for taking action over a personal opinion. In a statement to Le Monde, he said, quote, I learned with concern that a French researcher who was traveling to a conference near Houston was denied entry to the United States before being expelled. This measure was apparently taken by the American authorities because the researcher's phone contained exchanges with colleagues and friends in which he expressed a personal opinion on the Trump administration's research policy. So, I mean, I don't know. I want to know. I mean, I don't think that's a typical search thing, though, right? Like going through somebody's phone. I've never had my phone go through, but I'm an American citizen, so I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, I think it is weird. I mean, unless he was saying like, hey, it was like a threatening thing.
Yeah, right.
I don't, that doesn't sound very American.
No.
like,
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like my personal opinion, like, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
Don't come here.
Sure.
But I think we get into dangerous waters when we start to say, you can't criticize the president of the United States.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the United States.
Yeah.
And it is weird. It is weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It sounds a little Chinese. I'm not going to lie.
It does.
Yeah.
It sounds not right.
No, it doesn't.
Now, the, pure blood American fucking male wants to say, hey, you Frenchie, out of here.
You and your French fries.
That's right.
Yeah.
I keep those though.
Give me your French fries. You get the out of here.
Well, we could too, because all those French people are like 5'4".
Yeah.
And the only reason they still exist is because we went over there and saved their asses.
It's real.
Okay, so let's be real. Show some respect.
They would be speaking German.
Yeah, which, that's a whole nother argument. But the point is, like, let's not be assholes.
Yeah.
So we will take the French fries.
Yeah, we'll take the French
That's
fries. But I saw that. I thought that was a little interesting. But other stuff going on. We got these mass deportations going on. We've talked about this. The judge tried to stop it. I thought this was interesting. Florida city council members tear up at vote over ICE partnering with local officers. So some Fort Myers city council members were in tears Monday over a vote on a memorandum of agreement between U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and local police. The Florida City Council met to discuss the agreement for city law enforcement to receive the training and authority to act as ICE agents to detain and arrest illegal immigrants, among other functions. But during the meeting, council members Darla Bonk and Diana Giraldo teared up as they voiced their opposition to the agreement. Check this video out.
Thank you for what you said. Thank you for your comments. I cannot begin to imagine how difficult this is for you. The argument, and I know there's no malintent to it, that we would risk federal or state funding if I don't sign up for this. It is a tumultuous day and age. And this is a day I hate sitting in this seat. But my city's not for sale.
That's theatrics. That's terrible acting. Okay? Sign the paper, lady. Shut the up. Okay? Like, the days of this progressive, liberal, crybaby bullshit are over. Okay? You're not appealing to anybody. And by the way, what class of people does this woman fall into?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she happens to be the same one that we talk about all the time.
She's a bruncher, baby.
The upper middle class white woman who wants to seem virtuous and apologize for never having to face any hardship in her life. Well, lady, some of us out here have to go out into the real world, and some of us have to deal with these issues in the real world. And some of us don't like risking going out in public or, taking our wives or girlfriends out in public and being harassed or robbed or carjacked by motherfuckers who shouldn't even be here. Mm-hmm. So save the tears and sign the paper and shut the up.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great, man.
That's what I would say if I was on the council, which is why I'm probably not on the council.
That's probably why. Yeah. I think they do got a vacancy, bro.
Well, you know what?
Hop on there.
I mean, look, get the out of here with this shit. Okay, go cry that shit to Lake and Riley's family and see what they say about it.
That's real.
You.
That's real, bro. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think here's a piece that I think most people kind of forgot about these all these illegal migrants that came here, of like the true intentions that a lot of these places were trying to get them to do, right? Like, the sole point of dumping, hundreds of billions of dollars into these NGOs was so the left could use these people as voters.
To maintain power forever.
As voters.
Who are they going to vote for? They're going to vote for the guys that want to deport them, or are they going to vote for the people that want them to stay?
It's very simple. Right. And it's so funny, dude, because I remember
coincidentally, New York just passed a law today that said that citizens, they can't vote.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it.
Oh, I have it, baby. Because, dude, I remember all the shit we got when we first tried to cover this concept of, like, you know, the fucking replacement theory and, like.
Oh, we got shit for that?
Bro, fuck yeah, we got shit like that.
It.
But, like, I mean, it's just like the simple
Bring the
fact.
shit, bitches, because I don't even fucking feel it. I still drive home my nice-ass car to my nice-ass house.
Yeah.
You know?
Nice-ass dogs.
Yeah. Look, it is what it is.
And
Bring
ducks.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's just like, it's just so funny. Like, I remember we said, like, hey, they're bringing these people here to replace us, right? Like, they're
that's a conspiracy theory. You're an anti-Semite.
Uncle Coons.
Shut the fuck up.
But yeah, and then you got New York City's law. It was actually a law that allowed non-citizens to vote. It's dead because the state's highest court shut it down in a 6-1. The New York Court of Appeals.
How could and why would it ever be allowed that someone from another country be allowed to vote in our country?
Yeah.
Our voting laws are too open anyway.
As they are.
There's lots of people that should not be allowed to vote. As I say all the time, if you pay taxes and you have a job, and so you are paying into the piggy bank, then you can have a say. If you're 15 and you have a part-time job, you pay tax, vote.
Mm-hmm.
The problem that we have in this country is that there's too many people who are completely on government aid with no job, with no tax being paid, who have a say. What are those people going to vote for? They're always going to vote for more free shit for them that comes out of your pocket. So until we fix that problem, until that problem is fixed to where unless you pay taxes, you do not get to vote, this will still be able to be manipulated like this.
Yeah, 100%, man.
That's the easiest solution. It's not an age, it's not a gender, it's not a sex, it's not anything. Do you pay tax in or do you not?
Mm-hmm.
Very simple.
Yeah. Now another New York City news that is coming out. You remember that court case against Trump for lying on his for lying on his mortgage application? And all
you mean
stuff?
the one that was that every single person in the history of applying for mortgages could be convicted on because the amount of your property is up to debate.
Mm-hmm. That one,
yeah.
You said something there like that everybody does on the mortgage applications.
Every single person,
yeah, including the person that tried to prosecute Trump for doing it.
Wait, hold on, bro. We said this. We said this whenever this all came out.
Yeah, I
guarantee you, dude. If you look at Letitia James's mortgage application, you could argue that what she put on her application is not the actual value of her property. You could do what I'm saying here, guys. I'm not saying that everybody lies. I'm saying that no matter if you put the most accurate assessment of your net worth on your mortgage application, and that includes the price of your property, that price is up for discussion and interpretation and debate depending on who is valuing the property. Okay? If someone who owns the property, they're going to say it's worth more. If someone's buying the property, they are clearly going to say it's worth less.
Right.
Okay? And so it is not.
It's common practice, and the banks know it,
dude.
The bank knew that Trump did it, and they said that's
fine.
It's
in the fucking fine print that these numbers represent to the best of your knowledge.
Right.
There's no certification, and an appraisal does not equal the value of your home.
Right.
Okay. You could put anything you want on there. You could say it's worth. I could go say my house is worth $100 million because houses in California that are similar to mine are worth $100 million. Mm-hmm. Now, does that make it worth $100 million? No, but you couldn't fucking prosecute me for saying that because it is up for interpretation.
Well, here's the thing, though. Letitia James, she did one worse than this. Okay, and we got the documents to prove it. It wasn't about the cost of the house for her. She lied about the size of the fucking house because there was a special loan program. Like, let's dive into this. For over 2 decades, Letitia James repeatedly claimed her Brooklyn apartment building was a 4-unit property on mortgage applications, despite official records proving it had 5. Now, all right, I mean, what's the big deal? What's the big deal here? Well, the big deal here.
She probably couldn't, before you even tell me, I bet she couldn't qualify for
special financing
if it was bigger than 4.
100%. 100%. And the documents, again, they all listed here.
Well, that's much bigger fraud than what Trump did.
Way bigger.
Yeah.
You're literally lying about the size of your fucking place.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not
no,
up for debate.
No. It's not even. You are doing it intentionally.
Right.
You know that you will not get the financing unless you lie. Mm-hmm. So you lie. Mm-hmm. And then she has the nerve to go on the TV and say, I'm getting Trump, blah, 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 blah. Do you remember that guy who said, hey, if you don't get off this case, I'm going to throw your fat fucking ass in jail? No. Did you ever see that interview? Yeah, no. Dude. One of the attorneys like literally said that. Like he said, he told her, he said, Big Tish James, if you don't stop this shit, we're gonna come down there and we're gonna throw your fat ass in jail. Like verbatim called her that.
That's sick.
I thought it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but here's a filing. This is the Department of Building Certificate of Occupancy, which, you see there at the bottom, it clearly says it's a total, there's 5. It's a 5-unit family dwelling. Okay. Well, on the mortgage application, she says only 4 family. And again, yeah, it's a specialized loan program that she was trying to get. And she lied about it. And apparently there's also some other stuff she lied about. Yeah, because properties with 4 or fewer units qualify for more favorable residential interest rates, while those with 5 or more are classified as commercial properties, often subject to higher rates. Yeah, I mean, it's straight up fucking fraud. But there's other things.
Well, I mean, that's definitely more fraud than what Trump did.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Right? And that's
I don't think Trump did any fraud.
No. Dude, he paid the loan back plus some.
Look, bro,
and the bank said they were fine about it.
They fucking said Mar-a-Lago's worth $18 million. Mar-a-Lago's worth like $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
There's houses across the street on the ocean that are 1-acre lots that are $200 million or more. Okay? So to say that Mar-a-Lago, which is an entire fucking, I don't even know how many acres it is. It's massive, though.
Big. With water on like 2 sides.
Come on, man. It's total bullshit.
No. There's some other stuff too that apparently she also lied.
What's Mar-a-Lago? The size of Mar-a-Lago, acre wise.
17 acres.
Okay.
17 acres.
So that's $1.7 billion of value considering that
the comps of the other
yes.
areas. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But there was also some other stuff that she lied about too on official fucking documents, using her father. Like here, she lists this guy, Robert and James and Letitia James, his daughter, right? But then on another form to get, again, some more financing, they're married. Robert James and Letitia James, his wife, same people.
But that's her dad.
Again, special financing, special tax incentives. I mean, listen, I hope Letitia James goes to fucking prison.
Well, listen.
It's illegal what she did.
Dude, that ain't the only thing she's done that's illegal. Everything she did, the false prosecution, all of this shit, she deserves to be in jail for the rest of her life. Dude, to bring false charges against someone because you don't like their political ideology or you hate them so much or whatever, bro, jail for life.
Yeah.
That's no different than a woman accusing a man of rape that didn't fucking do it.
It didn't actually happen.
It doesn't matter if they're guilty or not. The accusation alone will fucking ruin his life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's fucking crazy, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation down in the comments. Let us know what you guys ponder. Let us know. That's a new one for me. Ponder.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
All right. Cruise keeps cruising. We got headline number 3. Let's get into some business stuff. There's some things that are changing on the business landscape. Headline number 3 reads, Ben & Jerry's for a long time, they've been on some wild communist leftist bullshit. They just fired their CEO saying that it was all him.
That's not true because Ben and Jerry are both like
super lips. Well, the thing is, so like they don't like, so Unilever owns Ben & Jerry's, the brand.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's a culture that's been set out from that brand for a long
those
time.
2 guys.
But like, bro, real talk, those guys are hippies.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, they make a great product.
Bro, I love their ice cream.
Okay, now there's a business lesson here. Hold on, there's a business lesson here.
Yeah.
Here's the business lesson. If your product's good enough, people don't give a fuck about what you say or what you stand for. They'll buy your product.
Yeah. Dude, I tell you, dude, I've had struggles, bro.
Because they make great products.
Bro, Ben and Jerry's Milk and Cookies.
Yeah. They make great ice cream. Yeah, no doubt. I'll be the first one to agree.
Dude.
But I'm just saying, that's a culture they installed in their company for a long time. And they have the right to do that.
Sure.
But when they're making posts that are legit, like borderline aggressive towards the other half, like, dude, there was Tim Walz was on TV yesterday.
Yeah, talking about Tesla.
Yeah. And they said, whoever was interviewing him, I can't remember who it was, said something to the effect of, most of, he was talking about how people were saying he was gay and not masculine and, wasn't a football coach.
Yeah.
And dude, we're all like,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said something to the effect of like, whoever's interviewing him said something like, a lot of men are voting for Trump. And you know what his response to that was? Those are bad guys. Those are bad people. Like, you think that's an effective strategy, bro? To get on TV? Like it just shows the disconnect of what the temperature is. And the more they say that shit, the lower their influence goes.
And the more people that go over to that side, bro.
It's weird, dude.
Yeah. Well, the other piece, too, that I actually love about what he did is because, like, most people don't understand, like, they're bashing Tesla. Tesla stocks aren't doing too good, right? But, like, here's the thing. Like, the majority of your workers in your states that have 401ks are tied to companies like Tesla and publicly traded assets in their stock portfolio. So, like, you're literally hurting your own. You're having your people get all riled up to destroy these fucking, like, and this company up, and it's hurting those same people and more Americans too. I'm sure everybody has 401k that's tied to Tesla stock too. But it's just like what are y'all doing, man?
Look, dude. I think it's common sense, and it doesn't matter what company it is. No company wants to associate with things that are not accepted in the current culture, no matter what. Mm-hmm. And the way that movement has gone, it's gotten way too extreme to the point where even the organizers are starting to understand that the product has become inappropriate for anybody.
Yeah. 100%.
So, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is. By the way, before we move on, because I think we're getting ready to move on, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like for you to throw up that Chuck Schumer clip from The View. Did you see that clip?
Yeah, bro.
Let's throw that in there.
Here it is.
And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, the land and water that I own, or my employees? They hate government. Government's a barrier to people. A barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
This clip is the epitome of the attitude of every single government official in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? When you watch him say that, do you notice that they were putting the music on to get him off the show?
He was going off script.
No, he was not going off script. He was going perfectly on script for what they are actually about. They feel entitled to the money that is earned by the American citizen. And that is the way that they get their money. What is Chuck Schumer's net worth? And how much is his salary? And by the way, where does the money go that you tax us for? Oh, it goes into organizations like USAID, which then funnels the money across the world to fund all of your little NGOs and your political movements and your propaganda machine. So Chuck Schumer is using our tax dollars to propagate against us and make our lives harder. And he has the fucking balls to sit on national television and talk about how people like me, who for the first 3 years of my business, I didn't make a single fucking dollar. The next 7 years of my business, I made $58,380 total. Okay? That entire time I had to pay taxes on top of that. I could have made more money working at McDonald's, okay? And now we provide literally thousands of people with income. We create jobs, we drive the economy, we sponsor things in our communities, we take care of causes in our communities, and we're the problem. Get the out of here, bro. The guy's net worth is $81 million. How do you do that on a government official's salary? How do you do that? Oh, you don't. You end up stealing people's tax money over and over and over again, and he's pissed off because his water faucet that comes off the labor of people like me and all of you is now getting with. Okay? So Chuck Schumer, you, and everybody like you guys deserve to be in prison for the rest of your fucking lives, and honestly, that's being generous.
It's real shit, man.
Dude, you want to know?
Dude, I saw that clip.
These people hate you.
Yeah, bro.
They hate you. You are peasants. You are the little worker bees and the little worker ants that they live off of and hope that you never figure it out. Well, guess what, Chuck? We figured it the fuck out. And there's nothing you can do to stop us from figuring it the fuck out from here on out. Fuck them. They're stealing your money. They're impoverishing you on purpose. They're intentionally making it hard on you, and they are supposed to be making our lives better, not worse. And they get mad. They get mad when they can't punish you anymore. Think about that.
It's crazy.
They get pissed off that they can't financially handicap people the way that they did just 60, 75 days ago. Fuck these people, bro. This government, there's a few good people in it, but most of them, they exist to legitimately stifle and force Americans into struggle for their own benefit.
Guys, jump down in this conversation. Let us know what you guys think. With that,
I can't believe this on TV saying it, dude.
I saw that. I was like, what did he just do?
Yeah,
dude. I mean, fuck, man.
You and your little
just talk about like blatant and
red reading glasses. Like, dude, fuck that guy and all those people, all of them,
100%.
All the people that love him and fucking support him. And by the way, the people, I'm not talking about the citizens who are ignorant to the truth of what these people actually do. Like, how could you be on their side after hearing that?
Yeah. Like where
were these guys when I was dying to get my business to run? Still to this day, they take so much money out of companies, they make it virtually impossible to do what it is you're trying to do. They allow you just enough room that if you work the right plan in the right way, you might be able to squeak through and make it work. When in reality, if they didn't tax us the way they tax us, that rate of successful entrepreneurs that we talk about all the time on Monday's show, which is 1% of the 8%, that would be like 20% total. There would be so much more wealth and so much more success and so much more good things in our country. But these people stand in the way of that. And he's bragging about it on TV. Mm-hmm. No shit, we don't want you to take our money. No shit, we built this with our bare hands. Something that you would know nothing about. I don't understand how you guys in Washington who claim to be for the people aren't destroying this motherfucker. Dude,
you would think.
If you want to know the truth of what they think of us, play that clip over and over again. Mm-hmm. Because that's the truth.
Yeah.
They hate you. They hate me. They exist to make it as hard as possible on all of us so that we cannot have that much power because it makes it easier for them to control us when we are too busy wondering how we're going to buy groceries. Not that I have a problem buying groceries, but the reason I don't is because I've worked for the last 26 years on the same project. It shouldn't have taken that long, and it shouldn't have been as hard, and I shouldn't have had to sacrifice everything I did to get here. The reason I did, and the reason it took so much out of me is because of people like that taxing everybody to the maximum degree they can to still call it freedom, which, by the way, isn't free, because when you add it all up, we actually work for them more than we work for ourselves.
Yeah, man. Guys, let us know what you guys think, man, down in the comments. That being said, man, let's get to our final segment of the show.
Yeah, that's fine. It fucking pisses me off, dude.
I get it, man.
People are not pissed off enough about the amount of fucking shit these people do to us.
I mean, that's the only thing. They either don't understand it all or they're complicit in it. Like you like at this point, you can't possibly.
I think there's a lot of misunderstanding. Look, dude, the system they have works. It makes people struggle to the point, dude, if you're worried about being able to afford ramen noodles and pay your rent and take care of your kids. And how the can you notice that there's
You can't. It's
yes,
impossible
that's
to
what
do.
I'm saying. That's how the system is designed.
Yeah.
The system is designed to make the average person so financially oppressed and uncomfortable that they cannot notice how much is actually being stolen from them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm the problem.
Yeah. Tax you more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, with that being said, let's get to our final segment of the show. As always, we have thumbs up or dumb as fuck. That's where we bring a headline in, a video, article, something like that. We talk about it, and we give it one of those two options. So with that being said, our thumbs up or dumb as fuck headline reads, 4-year-old boy calls police to report mom for eating his ice cream. You saw this?
This was awesome.
Let's check the clip out. We got body cam footage. I believe this happened up in somewhere in Wisconsin, I believe. Let's check it out.
Hi.
Oh, it's the police. They came for real.
Yeah, we have to just come check, make sure everything's okay.
Hey, what you do?
Did you call the police?
Yeah.
Why?
I told my mommy to go to jail. I didn't get ice cream.
So is that why you're upset?
Yeah. That's why I didn't get no ice cream.
Oh, get the little one.
It's so hard to yell at them.
A police, yeah.
So no calling 911 unless it's a real emergency, okay?
What do you call for? I ate his ice cream. You ate his ice cream?
Mommy has to go to jail.
Should we take her to jail for eating your ice cream?
Yes.
I agree.
I would let you arrest me.
I agree. Now she gotta go get you new ice cream? You put this, like this. Click. Go. Push. Put her in handcuffs. All right, put the other one on her.
I have never been in handcuffs.
And I have to call you.
Yeah, you
Okay.
call us when you need us.
When you need
Yes.
us, you give us a call. We'll be right here, okay, sir?
Oh,
Okay.
let's not take mom to jail next time, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
No, explain this to my granddad.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Cops
good.
did a great job too.
Handled it like very well.
They laughed and
The mom did good, dude.
yeah, no,
You know,
it was a good interaction.
Yeah.
So was that like a home video of you?
Huh?
When you were a kid? Is that where this came from? So what's that? Dude, that caramel cone shit's good.
Bro, so I switched from Ben
You ever
and
try
Jerry's.
that caramel cone?
No, I haven't tried the caramel cone, but I have switched from Ben and Jerry's to Haagen-Dazs. It feels a little bit more.
You're moving up in the world.
Nationalist to like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Not Haagen-Dazs, you know.
Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs!
Well,
You mean like that?
mine. It's great. They make good ice cream. They make great ice cream.
Yeah, they do.
They make great ice
Yeah,
cream.
it's look, man, I think that story's hilarious. When I saw that come across on Instagram, dude, I laughed my ass off.
Dude, it's great.
The kid's like, "Did you call the police?" She's like, "Yeah." Why? She ate my ice cream.
Take her to jail.
Dude, I thought it was funny as fuck.
No, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's a good story all the way around.
Yeah, and I love how the police were so cool about it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I guarantee he got his ass beat after that, though.
Oh, guarantee. That's one of the things where you're walking through the grocery store, and your mom's like, "Just wait,
oh wait,
just wait," with a big smile.
Oh,
That's
wait.
when you get the most scared.
I'm beating your.
When she's
fucking-
smiling and she's like, "Just wait, everything's good."
Yep.
Dude, you're getting beat.
Oh, you're getting destroyed, man. You're getting destroyed, bro.
Oh,
it is
man.
what it is, man. But I thought it was a good story all the way around.
Yeah,
right?
I thought so too.
Thumbs
It was
up on
funny.
that one.
What would it take for you to call the police on someone at your own house?
I don't know. It'd take a lot.
Yeah.
I think it'd take a lot. I
Like,
mean,
what would they have to eat?
ooh,
Because I knew it would be food related.
literally anything.
Yeah. So
You touch my shit.
So do you guys have like your shit and her shit?
Oh, for sure.
Really?
But she don't understand that her shit's my shit. So it's like, you know.
Well,
I eat her
how do you
snacks.
make that to be understood? You just eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she yell at you?
Do something. You know what I'm saying?
Does she eat it or she get mad?
Fuck yeah,
What'd she
gets
say?
mad. What can she say? You ate my stuff again.
What'd you say? Yep.
I'll get you some more. You'll be all right.
But she wants it now.
No, see the problem.
Bro, you know how pissed off you'd be if you went to eat your shit and it was
No.
gone?
See, here's the difference, bro. This honestly, I do it out of spite because she leaves her shit in there for like months, bro. She don't even touch it. I'm like, oh, this has been here for like 2 months. Like, let me just go ahead and knock this out.
And then she's like, mad.
And that's just magically the day
I was going to eat that.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get you some more, though. Sorry, babe.
That's like that lady signed the paper. Just fucking sign the paper.
Well, guys, Andy, that's all I got, man.
All right, guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.